sing the Jai Radha Madhava bhajan and then we can start. Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Rama Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Jashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Jashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Jashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai Sachinandana, Nitai Sachinandana, Nitai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Shri Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Srila Gurudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. नमा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरयेत्. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to the Sunday Feast class. So today I'll be speaking on a topic that I have been speaking on for a few months. That is the demons in Vrindavan. So a lot of demons came to Vrindavan. At one point, Shukadeva Goswami says, many demons came. So many that they are not even named. Shukadeva Goswami, in his conversations with Parikshit, as he is narrating the Srimad Bhagavatam, he mentions some principal demons, about 21 of them, who, let me backtrack a little bit. So, Shukadeva Goswami does not name all the demons because he knew Parikshit Maharaj only had 7 days to live. And there were so many pastimes of Krishna that was there remaining to be narrated. So, Shukadeva Goswami narrates some principal demon's name. And this presentation is prepared based on the classes of His Holiness Radha Govinda Maharaj and also His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu. And they formed their classes based on the writings of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who is an eminent teacher in our disciplic succession. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur in his writings, especially two of them, Sri Krishna Samhita and Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrita, 2 books, he describes that the demons, that the principal demons that Lord Krishna killed in Vrindavan, they represent anarthas in the heart of a devotee who is desiring to advance in spiritual life and to come to the ultimate goal, that is pure love for Krishna. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma anavritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhaktiruttama. That pure love for Krishna should be anyabhilashita shunyam. There is no other desires for material enjoyment, or whether gross material enjoyment or subtle material enjoyment. Subtle material enjoyment includes things like desire for fame or recognition. Those are subtle material enjoyment. So, anyabhilashita shunyam. They should be zero, void. And it should be devoid of jnana karma anavritam, which means there should not be any desire to acquire knowledge or to get fruitive results. Some phala, I am doing bhakti, so I should get some results. So it should be devoid of that. And the nature of this bhakti, devotional service, is anukulyena krishnanu. It should be favorable to Krishna. And that shila or that practice is bhaktir, uttama bhakti, or the topmost devotion. So these demons represent anarthas. Anarthas are unwanted things. They are stumbling blocks on the path of devotional service, and they hamper the progress of a devotee. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that each of the 18 demons that is mentioned, whom Krishna killed, represents an anartha, or it may not be a demon per se who came to kill Krishna, but it is also sometimes we see, like in the example of Indra or Lord Brahma, that it is a demon-like tendency. So those anarthas, those demons which Krishna killed, they represent anarthas that only Krishna can remove. And those demons whom Lord Balram killed, they are anarthas, unwanted things, which a devotee himself has to remove. So there is two aspects. One is the effort by the devotee in cleansing, in coming to a platform of purity. And then there is the mercy of Lord Krishna. So both has to be there. So last time in the Demons in Vrindavan series, we covered the story of Nalakuver and Manigriva. But prior to that, we read about, or we discussed and also portrayed in the drama different demons. So let me see if I can. Okay, here you go. Hope everyone can. Devotees in the back read this, or can they see? How about now? All right, I will read it then. So Putana, Puta means purity, pure. Na means not pure. Putana represents the fake guru. So the first demon or demoness who came to kill Krishna was Putana. So Putana represents the fake guru who teaches bhukti and mukti. Bhukti means sense enjoyment, and mukti means liberation, material enjoyment and liberation. Devotees attached to bhukti and mukti are like Putana. Being merciful to the pure devotees, Krishna as a baby killed Putana to protect the devotees' newly appearing affection for him. This is a book that is Chaitanya Shikshamrita. It is available in ISKCON Directory. So you don't have to take pictures, but you can refer to that. The cart, that is the demon Shakatasur. Shakatasur represents the load produced by old and recently acquired bad habits, by laxity and by pride. The mood created by thinking of baby Krishna breaks the cart or removes this evil. So another evil removed by Lord Krishna. The whirlwind demon, that is Trinavrata, represents pride in being learned and the consequent use of faulty arguments and dry logic, the quest for liberation and association with such people. This includes all types of atheists believing in material causality. Material causality means there are people who say there is no divine cause. Everything, the cause is material, something else, no God. Being merciful on seeing the affection for the devotee to him, baby Krishna kills that whirlwind and removes the obstacles to worship. Pride, stemming from intoxication with wealth, which breeds violence, illicit sex, and addiction to wine, and finally loose speaking and shameless brutality to other living beings, is represented by the Yamala Arjuna trees. Krishna, being merciful, removes this sin in breaking the Yamala Arjuna trees. So these are all the demons / demoniac mentality we covered so far. So the Yamala Arjuna trees, they were actually the two sons of the demigod Kuvera, Nalakuver and Manigriv. And they represent the intoxication from wealth, which breeds violence, illicit sex, and addiction to wine, and finally, loose speaking and shameless brutality to other living entities. So, there are some lessons I want to cover further from that. One is that Narad Muni, seeing the condition of Nalakuvera and Manigriva, he cursed them to fall from the position of demigods in heaven to the position of trees. And they had to stand like in the form of trees for thousands of years. But Narad Muni gave them a benediction that in the Dwapar Yuga, when Lord Krishna appears, he will personally deliver you. So I want to capture a few points from that because I couldn't complete that lesson from the last time. So Narad Muni could recognize why these two were proud, because of immense wealth and power and recognition. So Nalakuvera and Manigriva were counted among the followers of Lord Shiva, the personal associates of Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva and Kuvera were intimate friends. And so as being children of Kuvera, Nalakuvera and Manigriva were in a very esteemed position, and that got to their head. And Narad Muni's approach was that the most dangerous of the intoxications is the intoxication caused by wealth. Because when wealth is there, all the other intoxicants will make its appearance. And the cure for that is poverty. So Narad Muni says that a poverty-stricken man, and I am quoting this from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 10. So at text 15, I am reading the English translation. A poverty-stricken man must automatically undergo austerities and penances because he does not have the wealth to possess anything. Thus, his false prestige is vanquished. In fact, let me pull this so we all can see that. Okay. Hope everybody, okay, I'll make this bigger. Thus, his false prestige is vanquished. Always in need of food, shelter, and clothing, he must be satisfied with what is obtained by the mercy of providence. Undergoing such compulsory austerities is good for him because this purifies him and completely frees him from false ego. So, when wealth is an impediment to spiritual progress, sometimes poverty is the answer. A poverty-stricken man does not have false pride because he does not possess anything. And he goes on saying, because he is longing for food, a poverty-stricken man gradually becomes weaker and weaker. Having no extra potency, his senses are automatically pacified. A poverty-stricken man, therefore, is unable to perform harmful, envious activities. In other words, such a man results of the austerities and penances adopted voluntarily by sane persons. So, tapasya is important, and that is voluntarily accepted by saintly people. One need not give up wealth if that wealth can be utilized in spiritual progress. One should utilize one's wealth in the service of others. Etavad janma chapalyam dehinam iha dehishu pranair artair diya vacha shreya acharanam sada. Krishna says in the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam that janma saphalya or success in life comes to those who are engaging their life, their wealth, their words, and their body in the performance of shreyas or long-term benefits to others especially. And that automatically nourishes oneself. For one, it doesn't cause this unnecessary pride. if one does it for Krishna. So, this is the benefit. Another benefit. Saintly persons may freely associate with those who are poverty stricken, but not with those who are rich. A poverty stricken man, by association with saintly persons, very soon becomes uninterested in material desires, and the dirty things within the core of his heart are cleansed away. This is very important. For a person who is in poverty, his doors are not closed. So the saintly people can approach. When we see rich people, very, very rich people, they live in a big house. And what is in the big house, surrounding the big house? A big compound wall. And there is a big gate which is locked. Then they have dogs, they have guards to prevent anyone from entering, let alone a saintly person. In the Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita, once it is said when Srila Prabhupada was in India, he was trying to preach Krishna consciousness. He once approached the house of a very rich person. And as soon as he opened the gate, the rich person was standing in his balcony. And he shooed Prabhupada away. Go away. Don't come inside. So, for every one of us who are aspiring, practicing Krishna consciousness, if Srila Prabhupada were to come to our home, right, what would be the reception we would want to give? And here is a person whom Srila Prabhupada voluntarily approached, and that person shooed him away. So this is the danger of wealth. This is not saying that don't have wealth, but we should learn to utilize that wealth. Otherwise, that very wealth will be the cause of bondage for our downfall. Just like it happened with Nalakuver and Manigriv. It caused their downfall. But since it was Narada who cursed them, even the curse of a saintly person is beneficial. So when Krishna liberated these two demigods in the form of trees, he says something to them which is very interesting. He says, Shri Bhagavanuvacha Jnatam mama puraivaitad rishina karunatmana yat Shri Madhandayor Vagbir Vibramsho Anugraha Krita. Even though Krishna liberated these two personalities, he says, the great saint Narada Muni is very merciful. By his curse, he showed the greatest favor to both of you, who were mad after material opulence and who had thus become blind. Although you fell from the higher planet Swargaloka and became trees, you were most favored by him. I knew of all these incidents from the very beginning. So, Lord Krishna, this is showing his nature. He is not taking credit. Even though Krishna personally liberates these two, he is not taking credit. He is giving credit to Narad Muni, his devotee. This is the nature of the devotee also. The devotee never takes credit. The devotee gives all credit to Lord Krishna. Krishna Shakti Vina. Without the mercy of Krishna, he could have just glanced at them. He could have just said something. He need not have even gone in between them and personally do that act. But to prove the words of his devotees, he is always true. Lord Krishna did this. So Krishna was bound by Mother Yashoda to the mortar, and he liberated these two personalities. So Acharyas have explained that the one who is bound is liberating somebody else. Krishna did not liberate himself, but he is able to liberate somebody else. So Krishna is never bound. Krishna's position is always liberated. He is the Purnam. He is the pure, most pure, Pavitram. Right? So, Acharyas, the spiritual teachers, have explained that Krishna is never constrained by anything. But Krishna was bound by what? By the love of his mother. And the other thing that bound Krishna was the words of his devotee, Narad Muni. So many people want to achieve power, position, etc. And they become ambitious so much that they want to get the position of God. Ishwaro aham maham bhogi, balavan api. Krishna says in the Gita, the demoniac think that I am the Ishwara, controller. I am the enjoyer. This is the way demoniac think. And they detest becoming a servant of Krishna. And they want to take the position of God. They want to become Bhagavan. And Krishna is saying, why do you want to become Bhagavan? You can become stronger than Bhagavan. Because the devotee controls Krishna. Just like Mother Yashoda's love bound Krishna. Narad Muni's words controls Krishna. Like that. The promise that Narad Muni made. So Krishna personally went and liberated these two. So Krishna gives credit to Narad Muni. And we will continue from there. In the next chapter, that is chapter number 11, there is the description, this is a very famous pastime, of a fruit vendor lady who comes to Krishna. And she is selling fruits. Simple village woman. She was, she had nothing to offer but fruits. So verse number 10 from chapter 11, canto 10. Krinihi bohpalaniti shrutva satvaramachyutah phalarti dhanyam adaya yayau sarva phalapradaha. That once a woman selling fruit was calling, O inhabitants of Vrajabhumi, if you want to purchase some fruits, come here. Upon hearing this, Krishna immediately took some grains and went to barter as if he needed some fruits. So Krishna takes some grains. So baby Krishna, how big is his hand? So he takes like a palm full of grains. But because he's in the form of a baby, and this is Leela, he was not able to hold that grains much. So practically when he reached the fruit lady, there were only 1 or 2 grains left. And he gives that to the fruit lady and asks for fruit. And the fruit lady immediately is attracted by the form of Krishna. She has so much love for Krishna that she doesn't even consider that it is not an equal barter. If she were to calculate how much to give, she may give a piece of fruit, right? But what she does is she gives all the fruits in her basket. She fills the arms of Krishna with all the fruits. And she just wants Krishna to be happy. This is very instructive for devotees because in bhakti, one should not be calculating. One should not calculate, if I do this for Krishna, Krishna will give me this. We give $5 in the donation box and we think, Krishna, make sure you see this, okay? I'm putting $5. Or I'm putting $51 today. Usually I give you $1. Today I'm being extra charitable. One should not be calculative. One should give everything to Krishna. And when Krishna saw that this fruit lady, simple fruit lady, was giving everything to him, he filled her baskets with jewels and precious stones. But what did the fruit lady do? The fruit lady, as soon as she saw Krishna was satisfied, he is happy receiving all these fruits, she immediately runs back to the forest. She actually dumps all the jewels and precious stones. She didn't even look at it. She dumps them in the forest and fills the basket again with more fruits and runs back. This is pure devotion. She is not attracted by this material opulence. So this is very instructive for all aspiring devotees. We are all aspiring devotees because we want to come to that platform of pure love for Krishna. And Krishna never abandons his devotee. Bhakta Vatsal, he is called. So, the Gopas in the village of Sri Vrindavan, they were discussing. So, what they were discussing was that Gopavriddha Mahautpatan Anubhuya Brihatvane Nandadaya Samagamya Vrajakaryam Mamantrayan. That one time, having seen all the disturbances in Vrindavan, in Brihatvana, all the elderly persons among the cowherdmen headed by Nanda Maharaj assembled and began to consider what to do to stop the continuous disturbing situations in Vraja. So they were seeing there were demons coming one after another. So they were talking about all the demons, that this Putana came, then this Trinavrata came, then this Shakadasur, like that. They were talking about it. And then this big two trees fell out of no reason. They saw Krishna right in the middle of it. For by some arrangement by the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, those trees didn't fall on Krishna. He didn't even get a scratch. But they thought, okay, this place is not suitable for us. So, then, Tatropanandam namaha gopo jnana vayo adikaha deshakalartha tatvajna priyakrit Ramakrishna yoho. That at this meeting of the Gopas, even though Nanda was the king, he asked his elder brother Upananda to conduct the meeting. This is instructive for how to conduct meetings. One can take lessons from this. What is the lesson? That Upananda namaha gobo jnana vayo adikaha. So, even though Nanda was the king, Upananda was better in terms of jnana, knowledge, and also in terms of age. That only was not the qualification. Desha kalartha tatvajnaha. He knew how to apply lessons according to desha kala artha. That one should know according to place and time how to apply the principles. So there is the principles and then there are the details. Principles, one should not compromise. But the details can be adjusted. Like for example, Srila Prabhupada started a temple in a flat, in a residential quarters. He started a temple. He didn't think, oh, there should be Gopuram, there should be, Pratishtha done. No. He took a flat and he converted that into a temple. The principle is that of serving the Supreme Lord. The details can be adjusted according to time and place. So this is very instructive. So in this meeting, Upa recommends that we should move to a place called Vrindavan. Why he recommends Vrindavan? He explains that this place is having so many disturbances, but the place that we are going to, he says here, Vanam Vrindavanam nama pasavyam navakananam gopa gopi gavam sevyam punyadri trinavirudham. He says, this place Vrindavan is very suitable because it is lush with grass, plants and creepers for the cows and other animals. It has nice gardens and tall mountains and is full of facilities for the happiness of all the gopas and gopis and our animals. So see how the consideration is. So they were discussing, first of all, the safety of Rama and Krishna. Correct? That is what the point of the discussion was, the agenda. This is important in conducting meetings. What is the priority? It is the service of Lord Ram and Krishna. Then he is saying this place Vrindavan is very suitable because it is lush with grass. So these Gopas were all cowherdmen, Vaishya community. Krishi Vanijya Go Rakshayam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam. Krishi means agriculture, Vanijya means business, trading. And Go Raksha means protection of the cows. So for the cows, they need grass and they need fresh water. So with these things in mind, he is making this proposal that this is the best place. So in preparing for this class, one thing I came across is the art of management. It is very important, and it is not just because you are a manager you should learn it. No, we all manage something. Even interpersonal relationships, there is lessons in the Bhagavatam. So the goal is to be a nice devotee. Nice is an acronym. When dealing with anyone, we have to be nice. So what is this nice? The N stands for needs. One should be aware of the needs. I stands for interests. What is in the interest of this person? The C stands for concerns. What are the concerns? What are the fears of that person? And the E stands for expectations. What do they expect? Now, to be nice to others, you also have to be nice to yourself first. Charity begins at home. So one should be aware of one's own needs, interests, concerns, and expectations. But one should not become obsessed with only one's own needs, right? One should be concerned with the others' needs also, right? If we can apply these, keep these principles in the mind when dealing with others, then we can deal with them holistically in a proper manner. Sometimes what happens is that we have the interest of the other person in mind, but we forget the other parts, the needs, the concern, expectations, etc. Consequently, there is a mismatch. We dismiss it. And when we dismiss it, then there is discontent. So there is this lesson. So here we see Upananda is considering all of this. That is why it is said, Jnana Vayo Adikaha. He was better in knowledge, not theoretical knowledge, but realized, practical knowledge. So, and it is very important to see, interesting to see that Upananda says all this, and then he says, if it is agreeable to all of you, then we can move there. He doesn't dictate that I am the senior most man, you should listen to me. No, he gives it a proposal. And they all say, very good idea. Right? So, they all move to Sri Vrindavan Dham. And then Krishna is growing up and he is given charge of the calves. Vatsapal, he is called. Vatsa means calves. So, Krishna is taking care of the calves. At that point, this personality, Vatsasura, enters. We will learn about him today. So, Vatsasura, there was a meeting that Kamsa called. That I am sending so many demons to kill Krishna, but all of them are ending up dead. So, what is the most beloved animal of Krishna? He called all the demons. He had a big following. So, the demons, they all, ministers of Kamsa, they all said, the cows. Krishna loves the cows. So, then Kamsa said, okay, and who is ready to go as a Vatsa, as a calf? Because Krishna can be cheated that way. So, Kamsa thought that if some demon is ready to go as a calf, he will be able to trick Krishna. But Krishna is not somebody who can be tricked. In the Gita, Krishna says, Vedaham samatitani vartamani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana that Krishna says, I know what is present, I know what is the past, and I also know what is the future. I also know every single living entity. But me, no one knows. This is the position of the Lord. He knows everything. So, but the demon was thinking that I will take a shape of a calf. That is this Vatsasura demon. He thought I will come and trick Krishna. And if I fail in that attempt, Krishna is loving cows anyway. He will be even more loving towards the calf, so he won't kill me. Like that he was calculating. So he came in the assembly of all the gopas who were playing. But Krishna immediately recognizes Vatsasura. And he tells to Balram, hey, Bhaiya, look, that calf, that is a demon. And what Krishna does is he approaches from behind the calf, he picks up the calf by its legs, whirls it around, and throws it on top of a kapita tree. So, why throw him to a kapita tree? Paritranaya sadhunam. Right? Krishna is always caring about his devotees. So his friends wanted some kapita fruits. So Krishna throws this demon on top of the tree and lot of fruits fell. So multiple things are done by Krishna at the same activity. So Vatsasura ends up dead. And all the boys, they cried out, sadhu, sadhu, very well done, Krishna. Like they were encouraging and the demigods from the heavens were also showering flowers. So, who was this Vatsasura? Vatsasura, in his previous life, was a demon by name of Brumila. He was the son of a demon named Muru. So once, the demons and the demigods had a fight, and the demons won. And after winning, Vatsasura entered into the ashrama or the hermitage of Vasishta, sage Vasishta. And Vasishta had a cow named Nandini. So this Vatsasura demon, that is this Brumila, he became attracted to Nandini. Why this demon is getting attracted to Nandini? Not that he wants to protect her or anything. He wants to take her and cut her up and eat. He is a demon. And so, he is eyeing this Nandini. And he understands, okay, this is the hermitage of a great sage, powerful sage, Vasishta. I cannot mess with him. So what he does is he changes forms and takes the form of a Brahmana. And he approaches Vasishta to ask for Nandini in charity. So this is happening in another age, okay, not in this Kali Yuga. So Vasishta, he is very powerful. He recognizes, even though he puts on a show, Vasishta is able to recognize this is not a Brahmana, this is a demon. Nandini, the cow, also recognizes. But Vasishta doesn't say anything. He keeps quiet. But Nandini calls out that this is Brumila, the son of Muru, and this is his intent to kill me. And Nandini herself curses this demon, Brumila, that you tried to trick, therefore you become a calf. So in the form of a calf, you can't eat meat or anything. So become a calf. So then Brumila becomes very sorry and he apologizes to Vasishta. And he circumambulates Vasishta and seeks forgiveness. And then Nandini says that at the end of Dwapar Yuga, Krishna, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, will give you freedom from this. So, this is the background information. So when Krishna killed Vatsasura, some of the friends of Krishna said, oh Krishna, you killed a calf. Go hatya, ghor pap. You have to purify yourself. So Krishna said, why should I get purified? No, this is, even though this is demon, this is a big offense. So you have to take bath in the Ganges to take bath. So Krishna said, why go to the Ganges? I'll bring the Ganges here. So he asks Mother Ganges to appear in that place. And that place is known as Manasi Ganga in Vrindavan, where Ganga Devi personally arrived at the order of Krishna. And that's where Krishna, in fact, he invited all the holy places to come there. So that's where Krishna and his friends would take bath. So once it is said that Nanda Maharaj wanted to go to take bath in the Ganga. So they were packing for that trip. So Krishna asked, Krishna asked, why do you want to go? There is the Yamuna here. You can take bath in the Yamuna. So Nanda Maharaj said, no, the Ganges is there, because Nanda Maharaj had heard a story that once Garuda was carrying a snake. Garuda is an eagle. So he was carrying a snake, and he was carrying the snake over the Ganges, and while flying on top of the Ganges, the snake's tail touched the water of the Ganges. And immediately, the snake got a form of a Vishnuduta. So Garuda saw, I am carrying a devotee. So he didn't eat him. He put him up on his shoulder and took him back to the spiritual world. So Nanda Maharaj heard this story. This happened in bygone ages. So Nanda Maharaj was very desirous. Oh, by taking bath in the Ganges, there is this benefit. See how simple they are. Nanda Maharaj is not realizing the Supreme Lord himself is staying in his home. But he is thinking, oh, I should take bath in the Ganges. But Krishna convinced that don't go anywhere else. The Manasa Ganga is present. You take bath there. And he, in fact, asked Ganga Devi to appear personally. And she appeared and spoke of this place's glory. And Nanda Maharaj was convinced. See, again, Krishna does not leave Vrindavan, because if Nanda Maharaj and all the family goes, he also have to go. Right? So Krishna does not leave Vrindavan. So, anyways, we will learn something about what this Vatsasura represents. Okay? This is instructive, so please pay attention. Oops. Not what I wanted. Krishna. Okay. So, what is Vatsasura representing? Being controlled by greed and the sinful activities caused by it are represented by Vatsasura. By Krishna's mercy, this fault is vanquished. In the Krishna Samhita, page 124, this is written by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur's book, but there are appendix writings by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Vatsasura is one of the demons slain by the boy Krishna. He represents evils that are peculiar to boyhood. Vatsadosha, it is called. The neophyte is extremely susceptible to such evils. They cannot be got rid of except by the mercy of Krishna. If one engages in the service of Krishna, the juvenile vices are completely eradicated at an early stage. So, in the life of children, we learn something. Children, when they are born, they are in the stage known as Annamaya stage. Annamaya means they are interested only in food. They will drink milk, they will go to sleep. Drink milk, go to sleep. Or even if they grow up a little and they are fed something, they eat and go to sleep. The next stage that is come is called Pranamaya stage. They start moving around, running around. They cannot be stopped. They are always running like that. So in the Pranamaya stage, they are always into physical activities, climbing trees, doing this, that. They won't sit idle. So this is why one of the things that is there in the yoga practice, one step is called pranayama. Pranayama means what? To control the breathing. But to control the breathing, before that stage, there is three other stages actually. Yama, Niyama, Asana. So Yama and Niyama are the rules and regulations, do's and don'ts. Then there is the asanas, all the sitting postures. And then there is pranayama. Pranayama, the goal of pranayama is control of the mind, satisfaction of the mind has to be there. So pranayama is there. So in this pranamaya stage, children are running around. But then the next stage comes, which is called manomaya stage. Manomaya stage, it is like a dreaming state. This coincides with the age, what is known as teenage. So in the manomaya stage, a person becomes very curious, interested. A person starts transforming because the impressions in the mind from the previous birth starts acting up. But the body is not suited yet. But the mind has all these desires and it wants to explore things. So there is these various desires. I want that bike. If I am getting this bike, I will ride like this. So it is all dreaming. Then there is interest in the opposite sex. What is difference between boy and girl? There is an interest in impressing the opposite sex, to dress up, to show one's prowess, to try various adventurous things. This is all the manomaya stage. It is an immature stage. In the immature stage, there is all these desires and all these inclinations. Consequently, one gets into a lot of bad associations. Right? There is curiosity. What does smoking feel like? What does drinking alcohol, what does this drug feel like? So consequently, one falls into bad association. There is an English saying, tell me your friends and I will tell you who you are. So in the teenage phase, which is the manomaya stage, a person becomes very disturbed and constantly on the lookout for new things. Then comes the stage known as Jnanamaya. Jnanamaya means, or it is also known as the Vijnanamaya stage. Vijnanamaya means when a person is trying to enjoy in various ways, he comes in face with society who denies those things. So a person starts questioning, why my father is saying no? Why I can't marry the girl? Why I can't marry this boy? Why should I listen? So then he becomes frustrated and he starts asking why my desires are not getting satisfied. So he starts inquiring, what is the purpose of life? So anyways, these correspond to Vatsa, especially this manomaya stage. This talks about childhood inclinations or mistakes that we are doing. And the spiritual equivalent of this, there is a spiritual equivalent to this as well, that in our spiritual life also there are stages. Oh, Hare Krishna. Sorry, give me just a second. So in spiritual life, yes. As Chanakya Pandita says this, right? Lalayet panchavarshani dashavarshani tadayet prapyetu tsodashe varsham putram mitravadacharet. That lalayet panchavarshani. For the first 5 years, a child is loved by everyone. Lot of coddling, lot of treats are given. For the next 10 years, he is instructed. There are regulations placed on him. You should study. You should not do that. You should do this, like that. So Chanakya Pandita says that, Prapetu Shodasha Varsham Putram Mitrava Adacharet. That once a person becomes in his teenage, 13, 14, according to Chanakya Pandita's calculation, it is age of 16. Then one has to change one's approach towards one's son. One cannot keep chastising him, controlling him like that, right? Our spiritual life is also like this. When people come to ISKCON first, right, they get lot of welcome in the initial. When they are always welcomed with sweet words, and people coddle them. So lalayet panchavarsham. Then dashavarsham tadayet. So once a person starts becoming serious, interested in the spiritual life, then the instructions come. You should not do this. You should not do that. Start following this. Like that. And it is possible that during that time that a person is practicing, one also starts getting various recognitions. So people may comment, oh, you are chanting 16 rounds. Oh, you are chanting 12 rounds. Oh, you don't take any meat. Oh, great. Like that, there is recognition like that. These are basic things. Or somebody is recognized for their abilities. Oh, you are giving class so nicely. You are preaching so nicely. So just like teenagers, they have a sense of invincibility. Somebody in the beginning of their spiritual life also gets into this mistake of thinking that so immaturity in spiritual life makes one proud, and one starts looking at one's superiors also with that attitude, that when they try to regulate, the person becomes, why? Maybe this person is envious of me. That's why. Look, in my preaching, I made 50 devotees. This person only has 15 people. So maybe I'm better than him. Maybe my superior, he should attend my classes and get some inspiration. Like these thoughts start to come. This is all immaturity. There is too much care for pratishtha, standing. Like, how will people perceive me? Like, if I am giving class, I want to see how many people like my class. One will go to social media and see if there is a video recording. How many people clicked like on my class, and compare it to the others. This is all the immaturity. Then one starts thinking, oh, I have read all these books, but let me read some other nectar as well. It is called nectar shopping. So one thinks, oh, I should learn about the Ashtakaliya Leela of Krishna. Or I should go to Vrindavan. There must be this Babaji. There is this Babaji who will say Swarup Pranali, which is, he will tell what my identity in the spiritual world is. So they start doing nectar shopping. And they also come into, and when I say they, all of us go through that journey, I go through that journey as well, pure devotee syndrome. That I am a pure devotee, everyone else is fallen. So as the years go by, we develop these tendencies. So I will tell one story. There was a guru and disciple. So once they were traveling and they came across a tree. Now the tree didn't have any branches in the bottom, but there were fruits in the top. So the guru asked the disciple that, my dear son, please climb up the tree and pluck some fruits. So since there were no branches in the bottom, the disciple was trying to climb very carefully. Then he climbed and reached the portion where the branches were. As soon as he stepped his foot on the branch, the guru from below called out, my dear son, be careful now. So the disciple was kind of surprised. Till now, there were no branches. Right? Now there are branches, he can move easily. And the guru is saying, be careful now. So he said, Guru Maharaj, why did you say to be careful now? I should be careful when I was climbing the smooth portion of the tree. So the guru said, now that there are branches, you will be careless in your movement. You will think there are branches. You will not see, is the branch strong enough? You will not even see. Your eyes will be fixed on the fruit. So you will move in an erratic manner, and that may cause you to fall down. Spiritual life also, it's like this. When we make progress, there is various recognitions that come. Various facilities are given. Like people will respect you. They will start calling you Prabhu. They will keep a chair for you when you come in. And these are like the branches. And one may become interested in the fruit. Oh, I can use all these facilities and I can get the results, enjoy the results. And what happens? One may fall down. So, Vatsasura, is this greed for enjoyment and all the immaturities that comes with this intense greed. And as a result, one may fall down. Okay? So, this is the lesson, this is the demon, this is the anartha or the unwanted thing that this demon Vatsasura represents. And one should take shelter of Krishna. I'll say this as well and then I will conclude. That the scriptures say that it is not in the power of man to ensure the immunity of boys and girls from the blight of precocious sensuousness except by means of the service of Krishna. It is not in the power of anyone to protect the boys and girls except by engaging them in the service of Krishna. Right at that age, when before that age, Kaumara Acharet Prajno, that from a very young childhood, one should engage in Krishna consciousness, right? They will realize, I'm skipping here, let the boys be exposed to the attraction of the cowboy of Braja. They will soon learn to pick up his company. They will easily realize that the boy Krishna can alone save them from every form of danger to which they are exposed by the right of their juvenile nature. Why should this be so? This is very important. There is a very simple reason. Krishna does not limit his service only to the middle-aged and old people. It is sometimes people say, don't do all this bhakti now. When you get old, then you do bhakti. No, what guarantee is there that one will live to old age, right? Krishna does not limit his service only to the middle-aged and old people. So, one should understand that from a very young age, one should come to Krishna consciousness, engage in the service of Krishna. One should bring one's children to the service of Krishna. And above everything, one should learn to chant the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Association of devotees. It is by some arrangement, by some divine arrangement that one comes to Krishna consciousness. The biggest tragedy will be for a person to leave the association of devotees and fall down. Material world is always eager, always problematic to capture anyone whose attention is not strong. One should understand the flaws of material existence. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. Birth, death, old age, disease, these are repeated. Sripad Shankaracharya says, Bhalastava, Kridhasakta, Tarunastava, Taruni Sakta, Vriddhastava, Chintasakta, Parabrahma Kopina Sakta. That in Bhalastava, one is attracted to play. In youth, Tarunastava, one is attracted by the opposite sex. At the old age, one is immersed in chinta, anxiety. What will happen to me? What will happen to my children? What will happen to my grandchildren? But at no point a person takes interest in the Supreme Lord. So life should not be wasted in this manner. Now that we have a human form of life, one should inquire into the absolute truth. Okay, I'll conclude here. Thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I can take one or two questions if there are any, or if there are reflections one can share, and then we can participate in Aarti. Sorry for going over time a little bit, but some important points are there. Any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
I really appreciated the visualization of the tree, and the false sense of security going upwards in that way. Because in climbing a tree, it's so easy to fall down if we're not looking at where we're stepping to. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, and also understanding how high we have reached, how far the ground is, right? Yeah. That will instill some fear when we look down. If I fall, how long I will fall, and how hurtful it will be. Yeah? Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Yes, Mataji. Yes, I will. I didn't say that. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that in his book, that the demons, the anarthas represented by the demons whom Balram killed, they are removed by the devotee. So that is the effort done by the devotee. And the majority of demons, if you come across, they were killed by Krishna. So Krishna is doing the major part of the work. Right? He is removing all these 18 anarthas, he removes. There are 3 which the devotee removes. And we will learn about them. When we come across those demons, I will talk about them. Okay? Yes. Okay, we will stop for now. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Bhutale. Namaste. Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaura Hari. Nitai Satinandana Gaura Hari, Nitai Satinandana Gaura Hari, Nitai Satinandana. Nitai Satinandana Gaura Hari, Nitai Satinandana Gaura Hari, Nitai Satinandana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram, Nitai Satinandana Gaura Hari, Nitai Satinandana Gaura Hari. Jayo Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nityananda Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Sati Nanda Bol. Gaur Hari Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाज कचरष्टमत अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदन स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्य प्रभु जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाज कचर्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय। गुरु परंपरा की जय। षड गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय। नाम अचल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री श्री निताय सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। श्रीमान नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम भगवान की जय। श्री श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्तरश्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलभद्र सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। चक्कर से संजीव की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा दुर्गा धाम की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। स्कंद समस्त आचार्य गुरु वृंद की जय। शुभ मध्याह्न आरती की जय। मध्याह्न आरती ने जगदान करी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर सीतनाथ हरि। All glories to the Lord Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Prabhu.
जोर से करिए, शुरू करिए। नमस्ते
नमस्ते माया,
नमस्ते नरसिंहाया, प्रहलाद लाद दायिने, पूर्वक्षः, ito narasimha parato narasimha,
yatto jatto vameto nasimha,
yato yato amitato narasimha,
hare shiva jaya shiva,
Hare Narasimha, Hridaye Narasimha,
Narasimham Sharanam Prapaddhe,
Narasimha Madhim Saranam Prapade,
Tava Kama Hare Nakam Udasinka Daidahya Nakasipu Tanublinga Kesavita Nalhalilupa Jayagadi 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 Jayagadi
Tava Kara Kamala Asuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanublinga. હું કહ્યો હું કહ્યો
Jayagadi Lupa Jayagadi Jaya Jayagadi Jayagadi Narasimha
जय नरसिंह नरसिंह भक्त प्रहलाद नरसिंह
Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Bhakta Prahlad Bhakta Prahlad Bhakta Prahlad
प्रभुपाद
Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada
गुरुदेव
Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
निताय गौर हरि बोल भक्त विनाशक श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि श्रीला प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री निताय सचिनंदन देव भगवान की जय।
Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Big round of Hari Bol for Anant. If you don't know, you guess his age? 3 years and 1 month. Hari Bol, thank you for coming to ISKCON Portland Sunday Feast. In fact, Jai Sachinandan Prabhu was supposed to be here. He is out of town. And Madhusudan Prabhu empowered me to come forward and do announcements for this week. First of all, welcome to ISKCON Portland Sunday Feast. We have a couple of announcements. It'll be quick. Do you have any first-time visitors? Can we have a hand raise? Okay. I see Vittal, uncle. Usually we call Prabhu, but he's pretty famous in Portland Indian community. Yesterday he was here, Uncle Vittal, Uncle Ji. Thank you for coming. If you don't know, he has done very good service for our temple. Any kind of handyman support. Prabhu was there for fixing quick things. Yesterday you might have seen. Today morning when you're coming across the nursery room, yesterday he took almost 10 hours to replace the 2 doors pending from quite long. Thank you, Vittal Prabhuji, for staying that long and doing that service. Thank you. Hare Krishna. And we do have our Mataji, his wife as well. Here. Hare Krishna Mataji, aapka naam? Pravina. Thank you, Pravina Mataji. Thanks for coming. And yesterday, unfortunate event happened when he was doing some service. He got hurt on his head. Unknowingly, when he was moving the ladder, a hammer-like tool fell on his head. But in spite of that, he didn't stop his service. Continuously, he came around 10 in the morning and was continuously doing 8. So thanks for his wonderful service yesterday. A round of Haribol for him. Okay. Moving on to our next event, birthdays and anniversaries. Do we have any birthdays, anniversaries in the current week? Hare Krishna, what's your name, Mataji? Neha. It's your birthday? It's any time, like the past 1 week or upcoming week is fine. Hare Krishna, happy birthday. Haribol. Whose birthday? Aditi's birthday? When is it? April 30th. 30th. April 30th. Hi Aditi. Happy birthday in advance. Haribol. Let's give a big round of Haribol for every devotee who's celebrating. Sorry? Hare Krishna Prabhu. Your mother's. What's her name, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Happy birthday to your mother. Haribol for all the devotees who are celebrating their birthdays and anniversaries in this week. Bol. Thank you. Moving on to our next announcement. No one raised hands for anniversaries, Prabhu. You have your anniversary? You have your anniversary?
No, Prabhu.
Okay. This is the time of the year where we get many senior devotees visiting ISKCON Portland. And we do have a couple of senior Vaishnavas visited last two weeks. And our next visit is from His Holiness Bhaktiyanand Tirtha Maharaj. It will be during the Narsimha Chaturdasi week. We do have openings for home programs if you are interested. We do have a home program on Friday evening and Saturday morning around 11:30. But Saturday morning, it's going to be a fasting day. If you're going to host, probably there might not be many devotees who will be honoring prasadam. So these 2 slots are open. Madhusudan Prabhu or myself, if you are interested to host a Friday evening program or Saturday afternoon program. And we do have a couple of other programs. All right, moving on. And our next big festival, as I mentioned, is going to be Narsimha Chaturdasi. It will be on May 10th, Saturday. And there are a couple of opportunities for sponsoring. There are wonderful devotees who has already sponsored for Boga. And right now, there is an opening for flowers. And a couple of devotees sponsored for Abhishek. If you're interested, there is a board behind this wall. You can write your name or you can swipe your card and put your name. Probably for next week we can put your name. If anyone is interested, please do sponsor for flowers. And the program schedule or the event for the Narsimha Chaturdasi will be, as soon as we finalize the host for Friday evening and Saturday, the email will be sent for the Narsimha Chaturdasi. And for the Narsimha Chaturdasi, it's an evening program on May 10th, Saturday. It will be in temple in around 5 or 5:30, I believe. In the previous email, the details already went in. And with respect to today's Sunday feast sponsor, we have Obul Reddy Prabhu and Vinita Mataji and Sai are sponsoring for today's Sunday feast in memory of, happens to be his father's name is also Obul Reddy. Hare Krishna Prabhu. We pray for your father. And the flowers are being sponsored by Suman Prabhu, Swapna Mataji and Sai Samrat for Suman Prabhu's birthday. Hari Bol, and thank you for to our wonderful sponsors for continuously sponsoring back-to-back for every week. If you see, the boga for the next couple of weeks is already taken up. If you're interested, we can still have your name for the boga, and we do have a couple of weeks for flowers. As you can see, every Mataji, like there are multiple devotees who are taking turns in making the wonderful garlands. If you see Nitai Sachinandan, very beautiful garlands. And if you're interested, you can sponsor for $150 per every Sunday, and it'll be the Nitai Sachinandan will be served with beautiful garlands. Moving on, and this is one great event, a wonderful event where every second Sunday of our June we'll be celebrating our DT welcoming anniversary, and this year the desire is to immerse Nitai Sachinandan with flowers and rose petals. Every year we invite devotees to bring in flower bouquets, but there are not many bouquets coming up, so the desire is to buy garlands well in advance. So this year 108 bouquets for Sri Nitai and 108 bouquets for Sachinandan, so that way we'll have enough flowers to immerse them, and those flowers will be distributed to devotees later on. And we have started a campaign or a URL. It's in place. If you want to take a picture, if you haven't signed up for it, you can pledge now and pay later, or if you have already pledged, you can feel free to pay it. A bouquet is costing about $20. You can multiply that to any number of bouquets, how much ever you want to sponsor. Our desire is to have 216 bouquets, and so far, within a short span, almost the day one, we crossed about 120. Right now, we're standing at 170 bouquets. We are short of about 46, and there are about 6 to 7 weeks away from our DT welcoming anniversary. Hope whoever is willing, you can take a screenshot of it. There is a QR code, tiny URL, and you can just put your name, how many bouquets you want to pledge or donate. You can put it, and you can preferably a gel transfer because some square charges involved if you swipe through card. Hare Krishna. I remember Rahul Prabhu has started a campaign. If you have a desire to show your connection with Nitai Sachinandan, I believe that is in progress. A book or a video. If you want to share some realizations of Sri Nitai Sachinandan, you can write up with having your personal connection with Sri Nitai Sachinandan, the deities. You can share it with Rahul Prabhu, or if you're interested to come on camera, he's going to come up with his camera crew team and record, and we're going to offer those to Sri Nitai DT every week. Moving on. Hare Krishna. First of all, thank you to Jeff Prabhu for taking this initiative to make ISKCON Portland a much beautiful place. If you see, when you park your car and come into the temple, it's surrounded by beautiful flowers. He's been doing a great service, planting everything and putting the borders, everything. And today, with the support of our beautiful little cute Sunday school kids, you can see all the Sunday school kids, irrespective of their age groups, they were planting beautiful flowers, and guided by Jeff Krishna Prabhu. Big round of Hari Bol for Jeff Krishna Prabhu and Sunday school kids. And there are many other devotees. We personally can't one single devotee, and it can be a bathroom cleanings, and it can be supporting in the gift shop. There are many wonderful devotees continuously supporting and doing various services, and thank you for all those devotees coming forward. If at all you are interested to participate in any kind of service, there is a lot of room for service. Feel free to join existing team members. It can be garland making or serving in the kitchen, whatnot. There is no gap for doing service. There are plenty of options for doing service. Hare Krishna. And coming back to Rajbhog orders, we have been continuously with some gap, we have been announcing there is Rajbhog orders. We have 3 wonderful pujaris right from in the morning 4:30 to 9:30, 10 in the morning. They are doing constant service. On top of it, they do everyday Rajbhog. Rajbhog means is basically a noon prasad. Bhoga will be going to Bhagwan. There are multiple items being sponsored. You can see rice, dal, chole, rajma, roti, paratha, or puri, 2 sabzis, pakoda, papad, dessert. Irrespective of anyone orders or not, these items are being cooked and offered to Bhagwan. If at all you're interested, you can take a screenshot of that or photo of that. And it's tinyurl.com, order Rajbhog. If you're interested, you can order 1 day in advance, basically at noon or 1 p.m. the before day, so that the pujaris will know how much prasadam or bhogas to prepare. With respect to the price aspect, if you order only 1 Rajbhog, it is $15. 1 and above, it is $12.50, which is, if you order 2, it is $25. All right. And we do have a couple of Bhagavad Gitas. We, as part of Give Gita campaign from like last year, November or December, there are multiple devotees who have been sponsoring Bhagavad Gita. And we do have a couple of bound and unbound Gitas. If at all you don't have a Gita at your home, you can feel free to take a Gita. If someone doesn't have a Gita, you can raise your hand. We can send this Gita to you. Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Sure.
So if anybody is interested, if you can join us for 1 hour after Prasadam, we are making dress for Shri Shri Nitai Sachinandan for Nursing Chaturdashi, and she needs 5 volunteers, please. We need to put lace on Bhagwan's dress, so it's going to be really, really nice service for directly, which will be used for Shri Shri Nitai Sachinandan. So please contact myself or Rukmini.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Rukmini Pita Mataji, can you raise your hand, please? Yeah. If you're interested in sewing, hopefully only Matajis or Prabhus, whoever is interested. Yeah. We need 5 volunteers. If you're interested in doing that service, please reach out to Rukmini Preeti Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. In Srila Prabhupada's Leela, we do have Her Grace Sri Prada Mataji sharing some realizations or reflections from Srila Prabhupada's Leela.
Hare Krishna. So this is a conversation that Srila Prabhupada had in April of 1976 in Auckland, New Zealand. And it was a room conversation. So don't spoil the movement by manufacturing ideas. Don't do that. Go on in the standard way. Keep yourself pure. Then movement is sure to be successful. But if you want to spoil it by whimsical, then what can be done? It will be spoiled. If you manufacture whims and disagree and fight amongst yourselves, then it will be another edition of these so-called movements. It will lose the spiritual strength. Always remember it. You cannot. People now, actually, people are surprised what this Hare Krishna mantra has got power, that it is changing so quickly. And on the other hand, it is to be admitted, unless it has got power, how is it changing? So we have to keep that power. Don't make it an ordinary musical vibration. It is a different thing, spiritual. Although it seems like musical vibration, but it is spiritual completely. Mantra Shadi Vasha. Even by mantra, the snakes can be charmed. So mantra is not ordinary sound vibration. So we have to keep the mantra in potency, potent by offenseless chanting, by remaining pure. If you pollute the mantra, then it will lose its effect. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Before we go to our final announcements, Mahaprasadam prayer, I have one request. In fact, every week or whenever we get a chance, we're trying to announce this, especially kids 12 and below should always be accompanied by parents. Yesterday we do have child protection officer training. As part of that, ensure that only the kids are with Sunday school teachers. They'll be taking care. Rest other time, it can be temple hall, it can be the premises or the prasadam hall. It's always the kids should be accompanied by adults or parents or guardian. So just want to make sure after this, we can all go to the prasadam hall, and the kirtan, youth kirtan team will be performing kirtan here. Got to know that some kids are distracting when they are doing kirtan, so ensure that kids are not distracting them. Like, please take care of your younger ones, just to make sure the kirtan goes smoothly. And yeah, we'll go to Mahaprasadam prayers. Does we have any volunteer to do Mahaprasadam prayers? Hare Krishna, Aditi, thank you. Okay, before we get up and go to the temple hall, one of our pujari will be offering the Narsimha feet on the, will be giving the blessings. Please ensure to take the blessings of Sri Narsimha Dev before going for prasadam. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnave, Swarva Punyavatam Rajan, Vishwasone Vijayate, Sharira Vidyajar, Jodindriya Tahekar, Jive Fele Vishaya Sagare, Tarmade Jivayati, Lobhamay Sudurmati, Take Jeta Kathina Samsare, Krishna Bara Dayamay, Kori Bare Jivajar, Swaprasadana Dilo Bhai, Sayanamrita Pa, Shri Radha Krishna Gunaga, Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai, Jai Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Nitai Sachinandan Bhagavad Mahaprasadam ki Jagat
Namo Vishnu Padaya okay. Shrimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Oh Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare